Alright, so welcome back to Jim Bob's Garden. So I wanted to show you my experiment with the potato plants. First off, I had 2 bags and I put 2 potatoes in. This one had a red potato that we got from one store, and this one had a regular russet potato that I got from another store. Originally, I thought maybe it was the potatoes because when I bought the red potatoes, a lot of them rotted in the house, and this one also rotted out. So I'm thinking, well, maybe it's just bad potatoes. So we tried another red potato that wasn't rotten. It was all healthy and looking. Put it in here, and again, that one rotted out. So I'm not really sure what happened there. So I took that one out. I added a little more dirt, thinking maybe I didn't have it deep enough. And you can see I've got about, it's about 6 inches, maybe a little more of dirt. I added a third tomato, this time a potato, not tomato. I added a third potato in that one, and this time a russet potato, and there was nothing there. Alright, once again, I have not gotten any growth. This one, however, has continued to grow. So what I've done is, as I've gone along, I have slowly kept stacking up a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more dirt. Started off at the same level this one was, and just as the plant grew, I kept adding a lot more dirt to it. And as you can see, now I have a plant that has gone all the way down. It started at this height and worked its way all the way up. So somewhere in here, hopefully, I will have some potatoes. But it's still growing. I just added this extra dirt here, so we're going to see how it ends up. But that's what you want to do when you get one of these bags. You just keep adding dirt to the potato, and as it grows up, the theory is that down in here, I will have a whole bunch of potatoes. Now, the other thing I wanted to talk about, and really the reason I'm shooting this video, is the burlap bags. This one has rotted completely out. I don't know. This one seems to be a little more together. Don't want to mess with it too much right now. This is to keep my cat out, by the way. Alright. But this bag has completely come apart and has rotted through. So burlap may not be the idea. I did move them once. But it seems as though that bag has rotted, and if I try real hard, I can push my finger through here. I think it'll be okay. The only problem is when you go to pick it up, obviously I now have just a pile of dirt and nothing to contain the dirt in. So burlap may not be the answer here, though I do like the idea that it rots down, so I can essentially, hopefully, compost this whole bag and let it go. So there are some other bags online that you can use, and I'm not sponsored or anything, so I don't really want to talk too much about them. But there's some other bags that were designed for potatoes that should hopefully last a little bit longer. But the key is you want to have something that gets plenty of airflow into the dirt and allows water to drain. My neighbor actually tried doing this in a tub, and he punched some holes in the bottom of the tub thinking that that would be enough. But when he just now recently, actually today, tried pulling his potatoes out, and all of the potatoes beyond the first couple of inches have rotted out. So we're going to see with this one. I'm going to let it grow. You can see it's got flowers. That's usually an indication that it's trying to put out potatoes. So I'm going to let this grow until the plant starts to look a little more sickly, and then we'll cut this open and see whether or not we have potatoes. So that's where we're at on the potato experiment. So thanks for stopping by. Like, subscribe, and let me know what you think.